All right, welcome to episode 11 of Stream Roulette. I'm Daniel Towns and I'm here with Steph Broadbridge. How are you, Steph?
Hey, I'm good. I'm very good. Tired. How are you?
I'm great. That's it. What did we watch? What did we watch this week?
Yes, we watched Jumanji, The Next Level.
That's right, and I think that's maybe why we're both tired. So let's find out how we went with that. All right, welcome to Stream Roulette. Steph, how are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
Yeah, good. I'm really good. So you're a little bit tired, huh? Still down in Melbourne?
Still in Melbourne, still plugging away.
I got to say,
Yeah,
we spoke a week ago and it feels like a lifetime ago.
I know.
Like it does, like usually we do these on the same day every week, and usually it's like, oh fuck, it's time to go again already. Like they come up so quickly. Whereas this one, it just feels like it's been so long, and I'm not even doing the festival. You know?
Yeah, but you've got to cover all the gigs back in Sydney.
Yeah, it's been good.
So you're probably really busy too.
Yeah, I have been. Yeah, it's been good. I mean, I need it, you know. It's, yeah. No, it's been really good. Had a weird one last night, though. Like a really weird one.
Oh, where at?
It was at a Harbour. Really nice hotel. Have you been there?
Oh, I know the gig. Yeah. It is really nice.
Super nice. Like that must be worth some. Like it's on a residential street. I mean, Freshwater's all kind of residential anyway, but it's this massive like couple of blocks of land, just so nice.
Yep.
Duly rented. Anyway, like it started off like everyone got off and were like, oh, that was tough. And I had the easy spot. Like I was first after the break. Like I was filling in. Like
my favourite.
Yeah, these are like honestly, these were just short spots I picked up because someone pulled out or was sick or whatever, you know, and it's like, all right. And I was watching people talking to the crowd, and like that's where it lost it. It was one of those gigs where it, like if you talk to the crowd they couldn't hear and they couldn't focus on it, and their focus went, and I was like, oh, I'm just going to get up and do jokes. And then I said, to Gary Eck, like, because he did pretty well, and I said, how did you feel up there? And he goes, yeah, good. I just committed to doing jokes. And I said, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And he's like, yeah, it's not crowd. And like I did really well like the first part, and then told a joke and I can't even remember what joke it was, but it kind of lost him, and then after that I just couldn't recover. But it wasn't even a bad one. Like if it was a bad one I'd remember it, you know. Not a bad one, but like something like heavy or something that could be taken or something, you know. But it was
I mean, it's so funny. Like I find with the North Shore gigs, like they're a weird breed crowd. Like they love a joke at someone else's expense, but they don't like a joke at their own expense. And then, not that you did that, but like I have noticed that you can't.
I was, and like I usually can on the North Shore. I can get away. Like I do it, you know. Like, but it depends. Yeah, like I really enjoy those gigs. Like I've done a bunch for Wakefield in like really uppity suburbs, and you could just antagonise them, you know. I quite like that. But last night I tried it and they didn't go with that either. And it's like, oh, okay, maybe you're too young. You take yourselves a little bit seriously, you know.
Oh, they were young too? Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Young.
That's a double whammy.
But nice venue anyway, and really good food. The flatbread. Sensational. So when are you back
How
anyway?
was the gig? The flatbread was good. That's always a good sign.
No, the gig was packed. Like it's a really good room. It's really nice. Everything about it is good, you know, but I just don't know what happened, and 10 minutes isn't long enough to get them back.
To fix it,
when you lose them at minute 7. You know, like it was kind of weird. Like it was like, all right, I've just got to do a couple of bits, and then they kind of just, I don't know, like I feel like if I could have taken it to 15 minutes, like I could have sunk my teeth into something a bit, you know. Anyway.
Hate that.
Anyway, shall we get into Jumanji, The Next Level?
Yes, please.
Yeah? How did you go?
Did you watch the whole thing?
Oh, first, I mean, we should... I did. Of course I did.
Oh, we should do the blurb?
Yeah. I mean, I can give a summary if you want. It's Jumanji. I mean, most people know what the first one is. This is the third one, I think. And
Yeah. So it said it was the fourth one, but I couldn't find what the fourth one was.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But yeah, this was a sequel to the sequel.
So and they're stuck in a video game, aren't they?
Yes.
Kind of thing. Well, they go in willingly.
The blurb. One guy goes in willingly, and then the other people follow him in to get him out.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I've apparently watched it. No, I did watch it. I did watch it. That bit happened in the kind of background, though, when I was going to drink. All right.
Yeah, that was early.
Yeah.
So for the blurb, it just says, the gang is back, but the game has changed. As they return to rescue one of their own, the players will have to brave parts unknown from arid deserts to snowy mountains to escape the world's most dangerous game. So that was the blurb for Jumanji, The Next Level.
Yeah, and what did you think? Like, I mean, if there's anyone I was going to say, if there's anyone that's going to like enjoy a family movie now with everything serious going on, it might be you. Like serious as in comedy festival career-wise.
Oh no, that's not serious. That's the biggest joke of them all. But I didn't hate it. But do you know what? I didn't think I was going to feel this way with a show like Jumanji. But I feel like I didn't follow a lot of the plot because I hadn't seen the first one.
Oh, really? Well, I haven't seen the first three. But I mean,
I've seen the original, the 1995 original with like Robin Williams, and I've seen that one, but I didn't see the first remake of the Jumanji one. And then they just sort of jumped straight in as if you'd had to follow on. And I was like, oh, I would have thought with a movie like this, with like barely any plot, that they would have really helped everyone get over the line, but they didn't.
Oh, well, I mean, I didn't notice that. I mean, I kind of just like went in with the expectation that there was going to be some stuff that I didn't. But I thought it was all right. Like, it's like, all right, they're sucked into a video game.
Yeah.
They have to beat the game to get out or something. Like, they have to play the game.
Yeah.
That was it, wasn't it? That's it.
It was, but like the stuff. So one of the main differences, or when I read some of the reviews, one of the main differences of this one, they said, was that the actors changed avatars. So in the first one, they were different characters. So the Dwayne, The Rock Johnson, and Kevin Hart people were different characters in the first one.
Yeah, right, okay.
Yeah, but I didn't get that because I didn't know who the characters were out of the video game because they only gave you like 5 minutes with the characters in real life.
Yeah, like, and even at the end when it went back to them and they all had their little moment, it was just a bit...
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I completely get that. But I mean, like that whole...
So I think that was all... I feel like that was all established in the first movie that we didn't see, I'm guessing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, okay. So this is maybe we should have rolled back and done the whole thing.
Well, how much did you care whether you followed Jumanji The Next Level or not? Because that's another 2 hours.
Oh, I got to tell you, like, I watched it today over 5 hours. Like, I just kept putting it off and putting it off, and then it got to, and it's like, oh, I got to start it, and then it started, and it was like, I fucking hate this. And not only do I hate
Did you?
it, well, it's just making me, like, it just made me not enjoy this podcast. It's like I'm watching something I don't want to watch. Like, don't get me wrong, like, it had a fantastic cast. Like, you know, like, it had a really good cast. It was interesting, but if I was, like, if I was trapped in a video game, like, you know, where's the gold coins? Where's the pipes? No, like, I don't know. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
like,
totally.
I mean, I get it. It is a good idea, and it did have a great cast. But look, it's not something I'd watch myself. So to me, I felt like it was a real. And maybe it's just because I've got so much stuff to do, and I felt like I was really wasting my time watching it. Whereas with the TV shows, like, I was thinking about this today. Like, movies are Like, we might hate a TV show or say, I hate that, but we don't know what happens with it if we give up on it. And there's hope and there's potential for it to get better. Whereas a movie is just done. You see the ending. You form your opinion is full. You know,
we have all the information.
Yeah, like, unless you completely miss a bit, but then you'd go, I'm confused. Like, I enjoyed it, but what was this? So then someone explains it to you. You go, oh, yeah, that makes sense. But this didn't have any of that kind of stuff in it, you know? Like, it was just... Yeah.
Yeah. I found the plot a little bit confusing, but also I didn't really care. Like, for what it was, you know, I feel like the plot wasn't that important because I felt like there was some really funny gags in it. I loved the cast. Danny DeVito was incredible. I wish there was more Danny DeVito. I wish he'd been in the game instead of Jack Black.
Yeah, I'll agree. And I also kind of wish the characters had their own, like, voices as well, because I didn't enjoy that. I mean, that's something.
What do you mean?
Well, because they were speaking in, like, as different characters, weren't they? Like, I preferred their original before they went.
The actors were playing the act. They, like, it wasn't overdubbed.
No, I know, but it wasn't like the voices they were doing before they went in the game. Like, it was all.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And the other thing was, like, it was actually really hard to do what they were doing because you were having to do a character of people that were already established. But then instead of using great actors, they used people who used to wrestle and a guy that was a musician for a while. Like, they were odd casting choices.
Well, I mean, it's kind of a movie it's a family movie for starters. So I guess they're looking for people that, like, let's look at the cast. I mean, who's in there? I mean, I don't know half of these names. I mean, I do know Danny DeVito, Danny Glover, The Rock, Jack Black, Kevin Hart, Nick Jonas is in there. Reese Darby.
Yeah.
All right, go Reese.
Yeah.
But yeah, like all the others, they could be children's entertainers for all I know. But like, it's a family movie, right? So I guess that means it's got to be watchable for kids and parents. You know, it's not a kids movie. It's a... Yeah.
Yeah, there was some funny stuff though. There was some funny lines. That moment, the one bit, like when they went into the water to change bodies, and the horse came out and did the sexy hair flip. I laughed out loud.
Yeah,
that was so funny.
Okay, yeah, that was good. I did enjoy that too. It was just, for me, it was. I mean, I don't know. I mean, what do you think of The Rock? What do you think of Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
I love Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
So had you seen
with
that
every
clip?
fiber of my being?
Had you?
I am across him as a wrestler. I had to roast him for a comedy show I did. I actually got in a lot of trouble on TikTok for the roast joke I did about Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Oh, what was that?
So I had done a little bit.
You can't bring it up without.
So the joke, it was for we had to roast him. That was the whole premise, right? And before I tell you the joke,
Oh, no.
For reference.
Oh, yeah, okay.
it did very well in the room.
I'm sure it did.
So,
No, I'm here for it. Let's go.
But so the joke I said was Dwayne The Rock Johnson was so bad in the Fast and the Furious movies that Paul Walker killed himself.
Ooh, that is pretty funny, though.
And I didn't know that there was a whole world of Paul Walker fans that would be really offended by that joke. And every guy with a picture of a car started harassing me on TikTok for like a week.
Oh, yeah, I bet they did.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet they did. Yeah, right.
And then I doubled down on Twitter, which I shouldn't have, but I doubled down on Twitter and I said, I think it's funny that you guys are having a go at me for making a Paul Walker joke when you're the ones with the profile picture of a thing that killed him. And that didn't do...
That's very good.
That made it worse, if anything.
Oh, really?
But,
really?
So I am a...
Stephanie fanning McLean's Broadbridge. Right.
Yeah. I think he's very funny. I think he's such a good comedy actor.
Oh, yeah. But did you watch that clip I sent you this morning?
Yeah. I love him as a wrestler. Like, I don't know anything about wrestling, but I love him.
Oh, I just think because like wrestling was something around when I was a kid. Like I'm not into it. But when I was over, when I was over in the UK, it was just on their cable TV, like before streaming existed, and like to me there was like three. There was so many channels, 400 of them or something, and like. There was always something on, and if I got home from a gig late, like 2 or something, I just wanted to put the TV on in the lounge room because I was sleeping in the lounge room. Like, there'd guaranteed always be wrestling on. And like that was pretty much around the time The Rock was active. And like he does have a lot of, like he's got charisma as well as muscles. Like you could tell that he was more than wrestling because of obviously his football career before that. But like the only one that's really done... what I guess would be Hulk Hogan. Like he was the guy that kind of... But he was always wrestling, and there's no way he did as well as The Rock has. Whereas it's... interesting to see how
Oh,
he's come
yeah.
from that. Like, how do you go from something that no one... I think it's probably because he was a serious footballer. Like, do you think he
Do you
could have made
reckon?
that jump if he was... Well, he had so much charisma as a
He's
wrestler,
very
right?
good,
No, he is
but
very
he's
good.
very funny.
But do you think it would have... Like, if he was just a wrestler, like if he was known as just like a Hulk Hogan or a bloody Steve Austin, that was all he'd ever done, and he wasn't a professional
Yeah.
athlete. Like, I mean, he was a sports entertainment athlete, like just a wrestler. Do you think that he would have like got that breakthrough? I mean, I don't
Yeah,
know.
'cause
Like, he was very popular in wrestling.
He's like the sexiest man alive.
You reckon?
Yes, every woman my age and older wants to sleep with The Rock.
Yeah, right. The people's penis. That probably run over your
He
head.
really is. Yeah.
If there was any doubt that wrestling was ever fake, I think he really cleared it up for most people because his finishing move was just an elbow. It was like the people's elbow. Like everyone else had all these big, complex, elaborate things. So it were probably really easy to them to perform, but they looked... they're doing flips off ropes and, picking people up above their heads and throwing them. And The Rock just took his sweatband off his wrist, threw it into the crowd, and then just ran into the ropes and just drops an elbow down. And he called it the people's elbow. But after that, apparently people couldn't get up. So
I
stupid.
love it.
So
I
stupid.
never got into wrestling, but I know a lot of comedians are obsessed with wrestling, and their argument is that it's very similar. And I was wondering what your take was on that.
Oh, I'd like to hear how they think it's similar before I give my opinion because I've got to form one.
Well, I think it's because it's performance and it's very improvised, and it's a lot of it's reading the room and playing to the crowd and deciding what your persona is going to be and selling that persona. Like, I think I understand there's a number of crossovers.
Oh, but yeah, that's like, I mean, you could say it's the same as being a dominatrix then, or like a cam person, or any kind of performance. Like, I get it, yeah, like it is a performance, but that, I mean, they know the... I mean, yeah, it's improvising, but it's not like...
It's improvised the way comedy's improvised, because we've got a script, but also we have to deviate from it sometimes.
Yeah, but I mean, it's improvised in a sense of like they know the outcome before they go in the ring, and they're not they're not improvising with their brains going, painting this amazing scenario and having you believe you're there. They're like just getting more punches and throws in than the other guy. Like they're improvising fighting. Like, like it's like...
Yeah, that's true.
Like it's...
I don't know.
It is entertaining.
It's interesting.
I think it's very entertaining, like it's so stupid and childish and just, but like, would I go to one? Maybe. Like just to see it?
I would, yeah. I'd be keen to see it live. I bet it's a very different experience.
Oh, I think it'd be, like the problem is, I mean, unless something came here, but even if it came here, it'd just be predominantly men, I would assume. But if you went in the States, I can imagine it would be like just a lot of the bottom.
Oh, man. I think Dwayne The
there.
Rock Johnson... I think he's a really good comedy actor. I remember seeing him on... Did you watch Get Shorty?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was not Get Shorty. There was one called Be Cool.
They were
prequel
both of them.
to that.
Yeah, they were both really good.
And
Yeah.
he was in that.
Oh, really?
And he was trying to be a serious actor. And there was this scene where he was asked to do a monologue to this guy as a serious actor, and he did a scene from Bring It On, the cheerleaders, and he played both parts. And it is honestly one of the funniest things I've ever watched. It was so funny. And he did both girls. I recommend watching that clip.
A big muscly man dancing around is always funny. It's like when Terry...
No, but he didn't. He played it straight, and it was beautiful.
Oh yeah, right, okay. Yeah, look, I like the guy. I'm not criticizing him at all. I mean, as far as the movie went, it just wasn't my bag. Like I could see. I mean, but that's also going. You know what? I don't know if this is. Like, it just wasn't... I don't know, it's just been a busy week, that's all. I had an idea earlier, though. I was going to say, like, what if... Like, if we ever come across a show that we enjoy, like, both of us,
Yeah.
Like, and this is an idea. Like, would you consider maybe like going, you know what? Like, let's on the next one. Let's continue on with that show. Like on the next episode, kind of thing.
Ah.
Like if there's something that is like if it's more than one season or whatever, we can just like it's like, yeah, I really liked it, but like.
Thanks so much for listening to the episode, guys. We'd love to know what you think of the TV shows that we're reviewing, so you can hit us up on any of the social media platforms. It's Stream Roulette Podcast. We're on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
And feel free to let us know what you think of our show too. Like, don't just hold back on the TV shows. And if you really like the show, we've also got a Patreon where we're putting out 2 bonus episodes a month. It's in the same lane, but it's called Guilty Pleasures. So instead of letting them choose, Steph will choose a show that she loves secretly that I haven't seen, and vice versa. And we have to subject the other one to watch that. So if that seems like something you'd be into, check out the Patreon. That's just Stream Roulette over on the old Patreon website. And
don't you have a podcast coming up?
I do, actually. I'm bringing mine back out. That's the Daniel Towns podcast. So thank you for letting me throw that in there. And also, if you are enjoying this Stream Roulette podcast with myself and Steph, please feel free to leave us a review on iTunes, because that's how these things grow and climb, and that's what we're here for. But anyway, this is enough of this. Let's get back to the episode, shall we?
Done.
It's like, yeah, I really liked it, but like...
So talk about it again the following week.
Yeah. Just go back, like watch more of it, or I mean, really enjoy it though. Like something like we come across and it ends up like a Succession to us, or it's like, oh, holy shit! Like I did not expect that. Like not for every show, but like a really good one where we're like, holy shit. You know?
I'm up for that. I'm up for that. Do you reckon that would be... Because you were saying before how you think that the show's better when we don't like
yeah, that's
the TV
true.
show that we watch.
That's true. Maybe we should
so
just
maybe
improvise.
we could only double down if we hated it.
Oh, no, because that's. I mean, it's just that's the reward, isn't it? That's the price for content. So you got to punish yourself with...
So you really didn't like the movie?
I didn't hate it, but like look at its if you look at its competition in like, all right, hang on, sorry, bloody my computer keeps going to sleep because I've been rendering videos out. If you look at its competition in the top, I mean, just look at the top family movies of all time on Metacritic or whatever.
Yeah.
And like it's top family movies of all. I can't believe I'm typing this out. How unprofessional. Anyway, moving on. Metacritic. Let's go. I mean,
okay. Well, you should have to put in best family movie sequels or prequels, I think, for it to be a fair assessment.
Okay. All right. Well, that's fair enough. Okay. All right.
So, like, we're talking Home Alone 2. What else?
Sequels. All right. Now let's see what. I'm sure there'll be a list.
Police Academy 7 and 8.
Family movies. Best family movies ranked. Best. Oh, it's not coming up. There's no sequels. But I guess I can go through this list and look for sequels. It says there's a number 2. All right. All I need is a couple of number 2s before it. I mean, this list is insane though, and it is a family movie.
Go on.
All right, then. Have you seen the original Jumanji?
Yeah.
Okay, well, would you put the original Jumanji up there with Pinocchio, Dumbo, Ratatouille, Fantasia, Spirited Away, Beauty and the Beast, Toy Story, My Fair Lady, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, or WALL-E?
Yes.
You would?
Yeah.
You'd say the first Jumanji is in that category. All right, then I guess that means the sequels could be up there too. All right, fair enough. Okay, well, I don't know. I'll have to... That's another list. Oh, we go. Toy Story 3's up there at number 15. Interesting.
Yeah,
so you liked
that was
it,
a good sequel. Not really, but like I don't really like these kind of movies, but this one I found very watchable. I thought it was maybe half an hour too long.
Yeah.
I think it didn't need to be as long as it was, but...
I thought it was about 3...
Yeah, I found it...
I thought it was about three movies too long. Sorry.
I liked the premise. I liked the characters. I thought they had good banter. I liked that it didn't take itself too seriously. I thought some of the dialogue was very funny. I thought the action scenes were very watchable and not too, I don't know, not too explosive. They were just kind of fun.
Yeah, and it looked stunning, didn't it? Like, it looked really...
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked really good, like the locations of it and everything. So that was nice. It was a bit of eye candy.
Yeah.
To look at.
Huge budget too, and they did make... It was a box office success, so it made a lot of money.
Well, it's a franchise now, isn't it? It's its own thing. I'm sure there's a video game of Jumanji, like an actual game.
Oh, there must be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about because to me, it's just like when they get to that size, it's like the Jurassic Parks and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's like I've seen the first one.
It definitely has that vibe.
I don't know. It felt very Jurassic Parky to me.
It did, yeah.
You know, like when I was watching it, it was like, especially with the emus or whatever they were at the start, the ostriches.
Yes, it did. That's really good. I didn't think of that. You're right. It's very Jurassic Park.
Who directed it? Oh, who produced Jumanji?
Well, I know that Dwayne Johnson had a producer credit in there somewhere. I know he's heavily involved. Yes.
Jake Kasdan is the director.
Mm.
Walk Hard, Bad Teacher, Sex Tape, and 2 Jumanjis. He did Welcome to the Jungle too. It recommended that to me afterwards, obviously. I was like, you're fucking kidding me. Like, yeah, I watched it over a few goes. Like, I was like, all right, I got to run to the shops. And then I came back and I put it back on. And then it got to 12:30 and it was like, I still had 90 minutes to go. And it was like, oh, I got to finish this.
Yeah. So long.
No, so long. 2 hours and 3 minutes. The only thing that I did enjoy about it was I was cooking something in the oven that was going to take 20 minutes, and I checked the time of the movie and I had exactly 20 minutes left. And I was like, all right, I don't need to set a clock. When the movie's done, my food is ready. So it's a good stopwatch.
Great.
Type something out to it, but that just means you have to put something in.
It goes for exactly how long it says it goes on Netflix. That's perfect.
Who would you recommend it to?
Okay.
I mean, I'd tell friends with kids and whatnot to check it out, I suppose.
Yeah,
like if
anyone
it's fun. If I was watching it with kids, I'd be called some kind of creep because I don't have any. No, like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I've watched movies with my mates' kids, and there was one, like, that I went home and I finished it. Because it was like, oh,
wow.
You know, like, it was a good movie. And it's like, all right, there's only half an hour left. I'll go home and check that out, you know.
Yeah.
But, like, for this, I didn't really feel that. But, yeah, maybe I needed to see the others.
Yeah, I feel like if I'd seen the one before it, I would have enjoyed some of the... I mean, I don't want to use the word nuance because there was nothing nuanced in it, but I think I would have enjoyed some of the moments a little bit more had I seen the one before it. But that was my only criticism, really. Too long, and you needed more information from the second one to enjoy it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they could have shaved off half an hour, couldn't they?
Oh, easily. And I didn't love Jack Black in it as well.
No, me either.
I didn't like his female voice. It felt very 90s. It was an odd choice.
I didn't love what's he either.
Who's what's he?
Kevin Hart.
Yeah, he didn't offend me the same way Jack Black did, but then he wasn't trying to be a woman. So, yeah, maybe I took it personally.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I just said, for me, it was just a little bit like, yeah, all right, whatever. I mean, there's probably other family movies I'd rather watch, you know. But I guess it fit all the criteria for the show, didn't it? It's something I would definitely wouldn't watch on my own. I got to say, though, going into it, I got happy. I was happy last week that we'd be doing a movie. And especially after the Patreon episodes, like where we've enjoyed the movies, like we're having a great time, like sharing them with the other person who hasn't seen them before. Like I'm really, really enjoying those. And when I saw this come up, I was like, oh, awesome, a movie. It's going to be one night. It'll be easy.
Yeah.
But I didn't like it at all. Like I don't want to get many more movies thrown at us, like unless they're fucking big ones. But then I'd watch them anyway. You know, like if it's a big one, chances are I'd check it out anyway. So I hope I hope we're not up for a fucking Fast and the Furious or a bloody Jumanji deep dive.
Oh God! Now I wish I'd seen all the Fast and the Furious movies so we couldn't do them.
Maybe I'll put them on. Oh, no, I'd watch them anyway.
Oh, yeah, me too. They're my favourite. I love Paul Walker. I regret making that joke.
Oh, do you want to know what we're in for next week? As we get towards...
sorry. What are we doing?
All right, well, next week, sorry, I had to dig it out and find it out. We have got...
Yeah.
We're back in the land of crime.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I knew you'd be happy about that. But no, it's actually what is it? Abducted and imprisoned, Michelle Knight finds the will to survive amid the most horrific and heartbreaking of circumstances in this true crime drama. It is called...
True crime.
It's called Cleveland Abduction. And from the photo I took of the screen where it came up, says it runs for an hour and 27 minutes. So I get the impression it might be a
doco.
Like a one and done. But
yes.
I guess it's an acted one though. Like that imposter or, you know?
So is it like a drum? Like, is it a, what do you call it?
It says it's a true crime drama.
Ones.
Yeah, so I guess it's like that movie Imposter and like so it's not...
So it's a bit like Inventing Anna.
Yeah, I suppose so, but just one episode, like one thing as opposed to... So, yeah, who knows? But apparently, according to this, I mean, this shows you how their algorithm works. We're hitting surprise me or play something. Surprise me, they've changed it to now. And they're giving us the number one film of today.
Right.
So, like, they literally...
That's not a surprise, is it?
It's in the top 10 list, and it's number one in films. So, like, that's not a real surprise at all. At least everything else they've kind of thrown at us has been a bit...
Yeah. I mean, I think that the algorithm thinks that we're women in our 30s.
I get that impression too.
And with the Jumanji, maybe a couple of kids.
What do you think? Maybe the comedies have brought that in?
Yeah, we're a 37-year-old woman with a couple of kids that are in primary school, and I think that's what it thinks we are.
Well, I mean, I don't mind. We'll see how we go, though. I'd rather watch a true crime thing, I think, than a Jumanji. At least this will be a story to talk about, like, can you believe that happened, as opposed to, I can't believe they expected us to believe that happened. You know?
Yeah. All right.
But no,
I'm
that's
excited.
Good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. That's good.
I did.
Yeah. I feel like at the comedy festival you look at things with a different lens slightly because it's so... it just consumes everything. It's kind of like being on a plane.
Yeah, well, I'm watching 4... Oh, totally. I'm watching 4 shows a night, and I'm watching people talk about sexual assault and, you know, their mental health issues. So having 4 people stuck in a video game was real nice.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
yeah.
Plus, also, you're in a concrete jungle there in the city, you know, like it's just very... There's a lot of people around constantly. It's, and then you just can escape into a nice little fantasy world where it's like, oh, you know what? This is easy. Yeah. That's good.
It's just me, Danny DeVito, and Kevin Hart hanging out.
I'll tell you what, what's his name? Danny Glover? I feel like this could have been the movie where he said, I'm getting too old for this shit. I had to double take. Like, I saw his name in the credits, and when he came on, I was like, is that? No, it is. But I just haven't seen him in anything for so long. And also, the person that he was next to in this was taller than him, I think, first off. And I was always used to him being the taller one in Lethal Weapons.
Right.
So maybe Mel Gibson must be really short.
I mean, it would explain a lot.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, to be honest with you. So you said it in a better way than I would have. I was trying to think of a nice way to say it. Well, there you go. All right, well, let's look forward to the Cleveland Abduction. So how many shows you got left? If you're in Melbourne? No, this one
4.
won't be out in time. But check out...
Yeah. But we're both doing shows in Sydney.
Yeah, we are. So check them out. And they will be out in time. I'm the 18th to the 22nd of May at the Factory Theatre. And Steph, you are?
I'm the 5th, 7th and 8th.
Oh, nice. There you go. And also, obviously, past that, we're still performers and we'll be around. So, you know, get on that and check it out. And, thanks for listening.
Yeah, thank you.
And we'll catch you next week with Cleveland Abduction.
Sounds good.
All right, see ya.
Bye.